friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Holly with Nestle Valley Farmhouse. So today I am going to take you along with me. I am going to be taking down all my Christmas decorations today, and while doing so I figured I'd have a little chat with you. I kind of wanted to recap 2023, how it has been for us and our family and myself, and kind of give you an idea of some goals and some things I want to work towards in 2024. So I'm just feeding the animals real quick because that is a daily chore that never stops. So here's my closet, completely full of all my totes and stuff. I have 3 Christmas totes, so it's not a ton of stuff, and I kind of want to go through and purge some stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that this year, but I definitely have a lot to purge. I mean, I don't have much to purge. Anyway, so as I'm getting out all my empty boxes to put all my Christmas decorations away, geez, I can't talk today, I will just go ahead and get into 2023 recaps. So 2023 was definitely, it was a good year overall. I feel like I finally started to come out of my postpartum depression probably around Miss Freya's first birthday in August, and I'd say the last like 3 months or so I've been feeling a lot better, just like emotionally. So I'm kind of looking forward to 2024 getting a few personal goals. I've set a few personal goals. I'm hoping to achieve them. We'll kind of see how it goes, of course. But overall, we were super busy. I feel like the whole year, I think honestly, having basketball like last January, it just seemed to set the pace for the year, and it was really busy. I had 2 girls. My 2 older girls were playing. My son wasn't quite old enough yet, and it was very and we had them both on the same team because the way like the grades worked, they were able to play on the same team, which actually was amazing because we only had 1 set of practices and 1 game to go to. This year's going to be a lot different, but I feel like it was really good. It was really fun watching the girls do these extracurriculars. You know, being a large family, it can be kind of difficult sometimes to afford to do a bunch of different extracurriculars for the kids. So we've kind of, my large family philosophy, I've kind of decided on it this last year, was we will not do any like year-long extracurriculars. Like we were doing HG before. My girls have done dance before, but that was, many years ago before we added our 4th and 5th. But we've decided that we're only going to do extracurriculars that are as a season. And basically basketball and t-ball are kind of the only extracurriculars that we've done so far. So I'm putting away all my stockings and everything. So I've wrapped up all the nativity stuff in the stockings to kind of keep them protected. And I just kind of gently stick everything in. But overall, it was a good year. It was a very, very busy year. I felt so almost kind of overwhelmed. And part of it too is we had several family members come visit for Christmas. And I wish I can say the whole Christmas time was great, but it was really difficult. My aunt actually passed away on New Year's Eve. So I'm still kind of processing that. But one of the things that helps me to process is to just kind of stick with my routine and get busy, and that's why I really wanted to film this video for you guys. But just if you could keep my family in your prayers, that'd be great. We're just really trying to come to grips with it. It's been just difficult. I mean, it wasn't a surprise. She wasn't in the best of health, but of course it's still difficult when you lose somebody you love. So overall, it was a good year. It did end on a sad note, but I am looking forward to 2024. I have a few goals I wanted to kind of talk about. A couple personal goals, and then a couple goals for my homemaking journey and my homesteading journey, and kind of what we are planning on doing in the future. So kind of my first goal is something that we actually did this last year, and it was amazing. We committed to 1 date night a month, my husband and I, just the 2 of us. We I have my in-laws that live close. We have some older family friends that live close that love our kids, and we also have a couple sister-in-laws that are that live close. So one thing that I did not do for the longest time is I did not ask people to watch my kids, because part of it is I just was afraid they were going to say no. Part of it was I thought my kids are terrible. They're never going to want to watch or hang out with them. But what I really discovered, or what I decided to do this year, is just be direct with these family members and be like, hey, this is what we're trying to do. Can you guys, and basically we would be like, hey, this week, or this Friday, are you free? Or in the month of January, is there an evening or a day? Like, we try to do weekends because it's just easier. So a Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday night that you would be willing to watch the kids. And we really felt like being just direct with them and kind of having maybe a couple weekends in mind really helped them to be comfortable committing. And we had a lot of people, not a lot of people, but all of them were great, and we were able to do a date night every single night. We ended up doing 2 date nights in March because we all got sick in February, so we missed our Valentine's date night. But you know what? It was still 12 dates in the year, and that was my goal. And it was such a huge thing for my husband and I just to have that time together because, with a large family, it's really hard sometimes. And that's always why we try to have 2 people come. So it was always my in-laws or my 2 sister-in-laws and that kind of thing. So my next kind of goal is more in kind of the homemaking department. I'm hoping to kind of step up my homemaking a little bit more. I really struggled, especially at the beginning of last year. Like I said, I think I was still dealing with postpartum depression. I just didn't know what it was. I was getting like everything done, but it was definitely feeling like I was just not doing my best at it. And I guess I want to do more, like the biggest thing, and it's probably more of a winter project for me, is I want to do more, what is it called? Oh, more sewing projects. So I want to make a pinafore apron that fits my body because the one that I have I love is just seems a little on the small side. So I want a cute pinafore apron to make me feel pretty when I'm working in the kitchen, because why not? And just do a few more sewing projects. I love the idea of like getting like some, trying to find cheap fabric is going to be my first goal, because that seems to be like really hard to do. But I love the idea of seeing some people where they've like bought bed sheets at a thrift store that were really cute, and they made like all matching pajamas for their kids. And I love those ideas. I probably, because I feel like I get really overwhelmed too, and I like have all these ideas in my head that I want to do. So I'm probably going to like focus on like 2, maybe 3 sewing projects kind of to get me through the winter, and just something to kind of keep my I want to grow that skill a little bit more, because I'm not the best seamstress. And so I'm looking forward to just kind of doing a few more projects. I haven't found the perfect material yet for my sewing, my pinafore apron, but I'm hoping that'll kind of be the first thing. And I want to learn a little bit of embroidery. My grandmother used to embroider, and I have a few pieces my mom actually made, because she passed away this last year. My mom actually made a pillowcase doll out of one of the pillowcases that she embroidered, and it's very precious to me, and I'm so excited. And so I'm hoping to kind of learn a little bit of embroidery. So the third thing that is kind of I feel like maybe a big adjustment or not so big of adjustment. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but kind of our third goal is we want to find some balance a little bit in our homestead. I think we're starting to kind of find our groove a little bit with our homestead. And I think when we first got started, I got stars in my eyes, as they say, and I got really into like trying all the new things, trying to figure out what kind of homesteader I want to be. And sometimes you kind of get this feeling that you have to literally do it all, or you're not a real homesteader, And so I really struggled a little bit with that, because I feel like there's so many things that we want to do, but I think that the better option for us is, oh my goodness, she's so cute. She was saying cheese to the camera. It was adorable. I think what we need to do is really focus on like the 2 or 3 things we're good at. My husband wants to maybe get a meat goat this year and try to grow some of our own like red meat, because we ordered a quarter cow this last year, but it did not. Normally we get a lot more meat for a quarter cow. This was a very small quarter, and just everything is just getting more expensive. So we're just trying to find ways to kind of source our meat a little bit better and just doing it at home. But realistically, I don't, as much as I want to, I actually get my raw milk from a local farm that is like about an hour from where we live, and there is a milk drop to our town. And so I've decided like we're not going to do the dairy animals. As much as I would love to do a dairy animal, we're just not going to do that, and we're just going to focus on mostly keeping our chickens. We're still going to do our meat chickens, and we're still going to work on we're going to finish our barn is our big goal, of course, but we're basically going to, I think we're just going to find more balance, because we are big travel people. We like to travel and do a lot of things like that. And that's just not something we can do with like a full-time homestead. So we're trying to find that balance. So I am all packed up. I'm gonna take this Christmas stuff upstairs, and as you can see, everything, I'm just gonna let it sit for the day, and I'm probably gonna get my Valentine's stuff out tomorrow, but the room looks nice and clean, and I'm ready for a fresh start. I'm looking forward to it. You see I'm so sweaty. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.